All right, we are live and we got some major updates over here. Number one, we got this new banner. We got this new, let's say, bets banner, we call it. Right now, we'll have the bets banner. We'll also have a sponsor banner somewhere over here. Maybe on the side over here. Yeah, sponsor banner. Let's see. We want more sponsors. And what else? We're also testing a new browser. We're testing the Dia browser. Dia browser has embedded AI chat, and I'm guessing that might be really valuable, especially when we're doing like blogs, and it would be really cool to just like start chatting with that. I'm excited. Dia browser is by Arc browser. We don't have access to Perplexity yet. I really hope that Dia. So this is actually I should have started using Dia, but I just hate it. I just hated the fact that Dia was the creator of Arc browser. They had the sidebar. They had everything going on for them, and now they're like, oh no no no, fuck Arc. We're gonna go and build Dia. So I was kind of mad, and especially just like sidebar. Why would you not have the sidebar? That was so stupid. And even now, why doesn't the side why can I just hide the sidebar? Like the most beautiful thing about Arc was simply the fact that you can hide everything and it's your screen. It's your screen. It's your like end to end. It's your screen. Whatever you're working on, and everything is hidden. Whenever you need it, just like pop to the left, and the sidebar appears. So I still hope that they bring that back. This is so stupid of uh, browser company to just totally ignore, like build something that people love and then like go and be like, oh fuck that. So, anyways, let's get back. What are we looking at? We'll also test. So now we have like two things to test over here. Number one, we will test Dia's search. I'm guessing Dia is just simply using ChatGPT, and we also got Super Grok. I'm kind of getting. It's very interesting. Whenever we work with all these LLMs, at first I was working in Perplexity. Perplexity had some reliability issues where, let's say, I would ask it a question about personality in history. Let's say a very common name like Andrew Jackson. Instead of, and obviously it's a very common name, so there will be like five people who are called Andrew Jackson in history, right? Actually, there are way many. But what Perplexity would do is Perplexity would like take all these five Andrew Jacksons, combine their history, and then show me as if this is one guy. And I'm like, okay, the first time it did it, I'm like, okay, I cannot trust Perplexity anymore because we are here trying to learn, and Perplexity cannot put something wrong in my brain. So, oh, by the way, look at this. Look at this, what Grok did. We have stars over here. That is beautiful. At first, I was like, wait, is there something wrong with my screen? Do I have, do I have like dirt all over my screen? But no, these are like stars. They got a nice background over here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Anyways, what else? So Perplexity had some reliability issues now with Grok, and then I started trusting Grok because if I would ask a question similar to that to Grok, Grok would be clarifying with me that, hey, are you asking about this Andrew Jackson who is related to the construction industry, whatever? If yes, I can talk more about it, or it would just like list that these are the four Andrew Jackson that you might be referring to, something like that. So I started trusting Grok. Now, the one issue that Grok has is with voice mode. With voice mode, there's no reliability. Like sometimes I'm talking to it and it's not even responding. It's not registering. There is this there as you're talking to it, it's also generating text, and sometimes the text just wouldn't generate. So Grok is having some reliability issues. I find like ChatGPT voice mode is really good. ChatGPT is just really good at responding. Grok is this very weird category, is in a weird territory where if I'm asking it a very simple question, Grok 4 is like a reasoning model. So it will just start thinking about a very simple question. And I'm like, that is frustrating. And they have, I think, launched the auto mode, but still yeah, I think Grok is also working on it. But right now, it feels like ChatGPT is kind of like leading. So very interesting. Yeah, if you just experience like a couple reliability issues, it kind of like you kind of start losing the trust. But anyways, let's go over here. And today we are doing Today we are doing a quick deep dive or a quick search on Sarah Go. So who is Sarah Guo? And what we will do is we'll also ask Grok. Grok is investigating. Okay. We have the answer. Dia is good over here. I think Dia is using ChatGPT, right? Oh, wow. Instagram. Okay, it looked into Instagram. It looked into X. All right, this is cool. We can now open X. Yes, this is good. This is good. Really cool. It opened a new tab. We have the Wikipedia. Oh, wow. It opens up like this. You deserve an explanation. Thank you. What else? Open it up for me. Nice. We have the LinkedIn. Go here. All right. Investor founder conviction for 2 years, 11 months, modern early stage venture capital firm purpose built for software 3.0. 36. So Wharton School, Phillips Academy. All right. What do we have? Like if you, for all the investors, they have like every company's name over there as a investor, board observer, blah blah blah. So it's very interesting. Startup stuff. All right. Castle Systems. Enable network operators to provide fast, flexible, and universal connectivity for subscribers at home, at work, or on the go. Todd Marketing. Head teaching assistant for Wharton's required core marketing course. Then graduate teaching assistant teaching all Wharton undergraduate students. Okay. Goldman Sachs. Technology investment banking, principal investing. Invested in Dropbox today. Took Workday public. Wow. Then Goldman's private company coverage efforts help startup tech companies hone their financial user GTA models and position themselves for the public markets. Work with public clients including Twitter, Netflix, Zynga, Intermedia, and M&A, strategy and activism, defense. Wow. And then we got into board observer. Okay, so Avi, Sky High, Cortex, Awake, Screen, Obsidian Security. Okay. Oh no, this is just again like 2 roles. Postscript, Snorkel, Utmost, Neva, 0x Labs. Okay. Decentralized exchange infrastructure. Okay, I have a friend who works at 0x, so this is very interesting. 0x API is the liquidity endpoint for DeFi. Matcha.xyz, the storage engine for trades and tokens. Jump Crypto, Jared Leto. Wow. Glue, Multi, Daz, Coda, Voyage AI, Common Room, customer journey platform for community-driven companies we are hiring. Okay, networked users, Uplimit, formerly Coreis, Figma, let's go. Making design accessible to all, we are hiring. Series A investor, board director, Clio, Shortcut, Stack, Bills, enable anyone to code in the web with AI, Base 10, and now we have Greylock over here. So learn about investing from some of the best, 2013 to 2018. General partner, Workday's Anil Busri on engineering values. Board partner, part-time, Harvey's a recent one. So she was investor for Greylock for 4 years, pretty much 5 years. Then general partner for 4 years and board partner for 3 years now. Hagen, Stealth, Distributed, Spectrum, and now Conviction. Okay, very interesting. Prominent American. We got 2 photos. Okay, this is really cool. I love this. I love this when your AI can also pull up photos. That is amazing. That is similar to Perplexity. Prominent American tech investor and founder of the venture capital firm Conviction. Influential venture capitalist known for her work in early stage technology investments, especially in AI. She's the founder and managing partner of Conviction venture capital firm. Okay, so she was big on Figma. Figma is the big one. We'll have some photos over here. Perfect. Big launch of Figma. Check out my Figment trying to use as diagram editor. Figma, cool. Everybody, somebody said that every investor would tell try to make the Figma IPO all about them. So here's Saraguo. Okay, really cool. I think this is the thumbnail picture we are gonna use. Anyways, let's go back. A venture capital firm she launched in 2022, which focuses on backing ambitious technology startups. Before founding Conviction, she was general partner in Greylock Partners, became one of the youngest general partners in the firm's history. Grew up in Wisconsin as the daughter of Chinese immigrants who worked at Bell Labs. She attended Phillips Academy and then the University of Pennsylvania, earning multiple degrees, including BA, BS, MBA, MA. Her early career included roles at Kansas Systems and Goldman Sachs. Conviction Go has invested in notable AI companies such as Harvey Cognition, Sierra, Hagen, Mistral. She's recognized on the Midas seed list of top investors and is a frequent commentator on topics like AI infrastructure, business software, and cybersecurity. Oh, she has a website. Let's go. This is what we need. Co-host the podcast No Priors with Elad Gil. Okay, Elad Gil. Wow. Where they discuss the future of... Okay, we gotta do Elad Gil. Elad Gil is pretty much in every investment these days, where they discuss the future of technology and AI. On a personal note, known for her directness, love of pianos, helicopters, food, and sci-fi, and her aversion to incompetence and complacency. She's married to Pat Grady, a senior partner at Sequoia Capital, and they have 2 daughters. You can learn more about her work and philosophy on her official website. I think it's the same one. Okay, perfect. Home. Sarajevo. Founders. Ventures. Areas of interest. Recent thoughts. Contact. Founder Conviction, making early stage venture capital investments in extraordinary technology startups. Previously was a general partner Greylock. You got 0x, Bastion, Clio, Coda, Common Room, Figma, Magic, Eden, Mystery, Obsidian, Postscript, Remotion, Shortcut, Neva, Atmos, Awake. And you have to remember, this is not the Obsidian that we are thinking about. Greylock led the Series B, the shared open exchange infrastructure for the internet interested in new school SaaS, the future of work. What is this? Is this new school SaaS? Arming the builders. This website isn't the most friendly. Here's what I've been up to lately. Blog. How fast to hire. No priors. Kevin Scott, CTO at Microsoft. The AI will see you now with current single. No priors. Mustafa Suleiman. Nice. Kelvin Gu. Staff's research scientist, Google Brain. Jensen Wang. Let's go. Jensen Wang. Okay. No priors. Okay. So your job starts over here. Give me key takeaways, or give me 10 interesting ideas. From on this transcript. Whoa, that was fast. Here, 10 thought-provoking ideas from Jensen Huang's conversation on the evolution of NVIDIA and AI. Accelerated computing as a core mission. By the way, this was in 23, so interesting. Hey, this is cool. This is cool. It seems like a massive upgrade on our research base, and I'm guessing, I don't know how, but okay, we'll keep investing now. I'll keep investing in this. We'll keep investing over here. Accelerated computing as a core mission. NVIDIA was founded on the belief that accelerated computing could solve problems that general purpose CPUs could not, leading the company to focus on unsolvable or barely solvable challenges. Accelerated computing could solve problems that general purpose CPUs could not, leading the company to focus on unsolvable, barely solvable challenges. The power of platform compatibility. Jensen emphasized the importance of making every NVIDIA chip compatible with CUDA, even when there were few users to attract developers and build a sustainable ecosystem. AI as a new way to write software. He described deep learning not just as a new algorithm, but as a fundamentally new way to write software, one that could disrupt the entire field of computer science. AI as a new way to write software. Deep learning not just as a new algorithm, but as a fundamentally new way to write software, one that could disrupt the entire field of computer science. Transformers as a game changer. The introduction of transformer architectures like BERT enabled models to learn from both spatial and sequential data, allowing for massive scalability and new applications. Democratization of programming. With AI models like ChatGPT, anyone can now program a computer using natural language, making software creation accessible to non-coders. Two modes of company operation. NVIDIA operates with both a highly refined, reliable chip building division and a more agile, experimental skunk works group focused on long-term uncertain bets. Conviction and agility in leadership. Jensen believes that building a company requires both unwavering conviction in your mission and the agility to adapt and learn, balancing belief with openness to being wrong. Resilience through forgetting. He likens entrepreneurship to having children. You must forget the pain of past challenges to keep moving forward and tackling new ones. Long-term bets in science and society. NVIDIA is making long-term investments in areas like climate science and biopharma, aiming to use AI and accelerated computing to tackle problems of immense complexity. Custom company architecture. Jensen argues that every company should be architected to fit its unique mission leadership style rather than following generic organization templates. Very interesting. Very interesting. So this is something that Grok wouldn't do. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So earlier, this is beautiful. This is something that Grok cannot do because this is built into the browser. And we are working with the browser now. Beautiful. Beautiful. What are some of the not so well-known out of all the companies that she is a board observer or investor? In which are highly profitable are acquired today. Okay, this might need some thinking. We'll come back. This podcast was good. Okay, so it also has philosophy and stuff. Recent thoughts. Areas of interest. Like, I think I have some designer friends and they have a better website. This website is designed like someone who is new to web design. Okay. How fast to high product market fit is a phase change. Get my weekly newsletter. No, no way. So we have nothing new. Recent thoughts are from 2023. No. Okay, advice. Okay. By the way, I'm really curious. All right, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Wow. This is now really beautiful what we are able to do over here. This is really beautiful what we are able to do over here. We open our LinkedIn, and there are a lot of startups over here that I have not heard of. Like, yeah, I've not heard of Bastion, Stack Blitz, Shortcut, Clio, Uplimit. I've not heard about all of them. So it's really cool that I can just ask over here that, hey, tell me which are like these are not some big names. It's not like Figma or Scale AI or Stripe. So okay. So this is really cool that we can ask questions like this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right. Yeah, this is like the next level of our research. I think our streaming, our research can go to another level now with the DIA. Amongst Sarago's portfolio, Figma is now a standalone, highly profitable public company, while 6 early investments have already been bought. Neva, Snowflake, Utmost, Beeline, Screen Datadog, Demistro, Palo Alto Network, Skyhigh, McAfee. Okay, so big acquisitions. Okay, I mean, acquisitions to big companies. I don't know what Beeline is by Utmost, but okay. Neva was acquired by Snowflake. Awake went to Arista. Demistro went to Palo Alto. Skyhigh went to McAfee. Screen went to Datadog. Were profitable or already off the table. Board of investor list is long, but only a few businesses have crossed the line into sustained profitability or cashed out via acquisition. Figma highly profitable today. Figma's July 2025 IPO filing showed it is already earning money. Q1 2025 revenue hit 228 million with net income of 44.8, and 2024 full year operating and free cash flow margins were both solidly positive. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Wow. Hey, open this in a new tab. What are you doing? Some things we need to refine, but I'm excited. Companies that have been acquired: Neva, ad-free search engine founded by ex-Google execs, was bought by Snowflake 23. Hey, great. Amazing work. Amazing work. Utmost, an extended workforce platform, was acquired by Beeline 2022. Extended workforce, okay. Awake security network traffic analysis startup joined Arista in 2020. Demistro. And these are all coming from her website, okay. I partner with some extraordinary founders. Interesting. Demistro went to Palo Alto. Cloud security leader was bought by McAfee. Screen which built application security management tools exited to Datadog in 21. These are the only portfolio companies that have either proven sustained profitability or already produced liquidity events through acquisition. The rest of the firms on her investment and board list remain private growth plays whose financial performance hasn't yet been public. I'm really excited. I'm really excited because this is like the next paradigm. It's beautiful. I'm excited. We can look at things and we can ask AI directly in the chat. I don't know what Comet, so we don't have access to Comet right now, but Comet will be the next level. But this is the most interesting part. We need to keep playing with these software. We need to keep playing with the software in order to understand that what is the value that we can derive from them. And the goal should be to keep playing. Founders are going 0 to 10 in ARR first 18 months of efficient selling, leveraging LLMs against niche use cases. Despite the AI have, there's plenty of real customer value retention or repeat usage. Despite the AI hype, there's plenty of real, and remember this is from 2023, so very interesting. We'll also look into her Twitter to better understand things. Sarah Go is here. I had a question of mine. Yeah, give me quotes. from her over the years. And this is also cool. Like, you know that these guys will these guys will take a lot of time thinking, so you can just give them a task, move on, move on. Despite the AI hype, there's plenty of real customer value retention, and Grok has something, but hey, we'll go there. We'll go to Grok as well. Despite the AI hype, there's plenty of real customer value retention, repeat usage. Too many people are hunting for a neat strategic narrative of which layer of the stack endures, telling some clean story about data moats, or wringing their heads that large labs or incumbents are going to win with core modalities. I think right now the thing that's happening with links, that if I click a link over here, instead of opening a new one, it opens on the side over here. I think that's something we need to fix. Actually, I think we can fix over here. Show bookmarks, tabs, extensions, edit, view, refresh the page, show task. At split, we view pane, always show bookmarks. Show bookmarks while on new tab. Yeah, we'll fix that. We'll fix that in the settings. Too many people are hunting for a neat strategic narrative of which layer of the stack endures, telling some clean story about data modes, or wringing their hands that large labs or incumbents are going to win the core modalities, text, code, image, etc. This kind of hand wringing is folly. The history of software markets is non-deterministic. The huge amount of value creation capture out of the box for creative product folks is incredibly promising for startups. The huge amount of value creation capture out of the box for creative product folks is incredibly promising for startups. Time and effort is better spent understanding customer problems deeply and understanding the state of the art and leveraging the latter for the former. Understanding customer problems deeply and understanding the state of the art and leveraging the latter for the former. Who wins is based part on market structure, but also partly on who the players are, their execution, and how they redraw the software category lines. Who wins is based part on market structure, but also partly on who the players are. I think I'm really excited. What I'm really excited for is the day-to-day iteration that we are doing now, the day-to-day iteration and how things are improving slowly. I'm really excited because, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the colors over here that are like bright and nice. Maybe that's one of the aspect of it, but yeah, I think I'm excited to see if we keep doing this every single day. How can we keep improving the aesthetic? How can we work on every aspect of this project that we have took on? Everything from description to YouTube channel to the aesthetics to the thumbnails to the research to what kind of ideas we talk about. And maybe we don't even need to pick a niche now, because everything is so connected, everything is interconnected. I remember looking at this one talk by USB, Union Square Ventures, Fred Wilson. And Fred Wilson was talking about that earlier, how their focus was solely on consumer startups. And now they have just moved on into AI and biotech and crypto. And they've just realized that now with AI, they can do things faster, and because the world is now changing faster, all these things are so interconnected to each other that it doesn't make sense to stick to a vertical now. You have to do everything, and as you do everything, you build better conviction. You learn something from this one discipline that helps you learn this other discipline way better, and that's how you got to use all these things together, and all these things are anyways interconnected. So you got to leverage the learnings from one discipline into the other in whatever, all of that. So I'm really excited. Like today, we have done a really good update over here with starting to use Dia. This is actually really cool. The only update I had was this fancy new color, Bets Bar. I don't know if that's a good name. Bets Bar. Okay, Bets Bar is cool. Bets Bar. The only thing I had was the Bets Bar, but now we also are doing Dia browser. Dia kind of like not really happy with the onboarding, because ideally everything on Arc should just work on Dia, but now I have to also like find passwords and all of that. So let's see. We'll get through this, but this was really cool. This was really cool. I'm excited to make Dia. I've set Dia as my default browser now, and I think it makes sense. You have to use the most advanced tools, and you have to keep using the most advanced tools, and that has been the goal with this channel now. Like, keep using the most advanced tools and keep seeing how this research is helpful. And I think I'm really excited. I don't know why I'm. I don't know what keeps me going right now, but I think I'm really excited because there are some things that I was able to do. Like this one question we asked about on LinkedIn, on her LinkedIn. I think that was really cool. I wouldn't have been able to do that before. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And the fact that Dia is actually coming with a reliable response, I think that is much more helpful. Ideas are okay. Like, I had the idea and that was good. But the fact that it actually came up with a reliable response looking at everything, that was really cool. That was really cool. That was really cool. That was really cool. And I think this is it. Like, your interaction with AI has to move beyond an app to browser to device to all the devices that you use, laptops, phones, smartwatches, to just sitting on your face. That's smart glasses at the end of the day. So let's keep going. All right. Who wins is based part on market structure, will also partly on who the players are, their execution, and how they redraw the software category line. The level of successful app level AI experimentation will only increase as more customer focused domain experts and engineers understand AI, and the barriers to using these technologies decrease. The level the level of successful app level AI experimentation will only increase as more customer focused domain experts and engineers understand AI, and the barriers to using these technologies decrease. Researchers knocking ChatGPT as a model that had basically already existed publicly for a year in GPT Playground as an API, and those who are knocking app companies as thin shims on foundation model APIs have fallen prey to technical arrogance. ChatGPT reaches XX million users instead of 100K because it has an interface that makes sense to consumers. Kudos to Greg Brockman and company. That makes sense to consumers because it has an interface that makes sense to consumers. It's crazy how Greg Brockman is not even part of the conversation right now. Copilot became quickly essential because Gravely, Alex Gravely and co figured how to fit passive prediction into coding workflows in a way that made sense to developers. I don't know what that means. How to fit passive prediction into coding workflows in a way that made sense to developers. People building from the models tools up, vs from the customer back, are often unwilling to focus enough to do that last mile to make a product useful for customers. Excited for more founders to walk the last mile of AI. The last mile of AI. Really cool. And by the way, who is Alex? Alex is doing Minion AI. CEO Minion AI is on a mission to build a useful web agent that performs jobs for you. Our personal AI is at the forefront of rethinking human computer interaction. In light of AI advancements, come join a small team, prior experience. And the cool thing is, if I ask it a question, it will actually look through all these other sources. That is going to be amazing. Principal engineer, chief architect, GitHub Copilot. Engineered magic. Engineering a Dropbox, VMware, Genome. Give me latest updates from Minion AI. Wow. The fact that you can ask questions like this is crazy. Okay, macro, give me macro. 23. ML was already everywhere. AI as supercycle, internet, cloud, mobile, accelerating AI research progress. What is a large language model? Wow, this is crazy. Like she was writing about this in 2023. But why don't you have anything in 2025? What makes, are you using a different website? I don't know. What makes transformers important? 2070 landmark Google Brain paper, attention is all you need. Attention is equal to next generation scalable model architecture. Helps decide what part of the input are important. Special things transformers can do: deep learning, reinforcement, GANs, transformers, diffusion models, RLHF, reinforcement learning. Can go bigger, better emergent behavior, long text that makes sense, works for many tasks, can give examples for new task, can take action, does better when showing its work, interprets tasks from NL instructions, demo time. Yeah, capturing consumer attention. New frontier, not sentient. Why do people say it is? Cosmopolitan. Wow, the aesthetics. We have improved our aesthetics so much. Disruption opportunities. Application, tools, cloud infrastructure, models, chips. 3 questions of this era. What changes? Who makes dollars? Publishers. What changes? Oh, this is cool. Cost efficient collaboration between on-device and cloud language models, enabling smaller, cheaper AI applications. Hybrid on-device cloud AI. Where does it stand as compared to the big AI labs like OpenAI, Anthropic? I think this question makes a lot of sense. Are you relevant with the work you're doing? Is that relevant? Many of your customer support being adopted as customer support tool 24/7, omni-channel support, analytics, mobile app updates, integration with Lemonade and AMD Ryzen AI. Open source local LM server optimized for AMD Ryzen AI PCs. Framework, how it works. The cloud model breaks down a user's request into small subtasks. More direct content for AGI, but it's highly relevant in the evolving ecosystem of practical, cost-efficient framework for hybrid AI applications. Making advanced AI more accessible and affordable by letting smaller local models handle most of the work, while only delegating the hardest parts to powerful cloud models. This is a pragmatic approach to AI deployment, not a moonshot for AGI itself. Okay, makes sense. So this is more of together AI. Okay. Embracing small LLM, shifting compute on device and cutting cloud costs in the process. Tailwinds. When was this written? February 25. Okay. So relevant. The big question: can local LMs set up the naive attempt minion protocol? Minion AI. Okay, so this makes sense now. Minion. The sophisticated attempt minions to infinity and beyond. We encourage you to apply Minions to your workloads. Please see the quick start. We see significant opportunities for further research, including improving communication efficiency through better co-design of local remote models, alternative communication signals beyond natural language. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so we have an idea now. Wow, so cool. So cool. So cool. But just by reading this, I didn't really get what they are doing. Perform tasks for you or personally as at the forefront of rethinking human community interaction line of AI advancements. Yeah, let's see. Where's the website? Happy to help. Go to playground. How can I help? What do you do? Minion for iOS now available faster with native experience on local results. Minion Playground. Not really working. The playground. Okay. Search. The end of blue links, the beginning of answers and agents, second order publisher consolidation, education essays, interactive personalized coaching, effectiveness of digital education, writing, generic SEO copy, war on generated content, propaganda, graphic design, manual prototyping, design democratization, personalized marketing, more visual communication, law, manual research, automated generation, pricing model, code, boilerplate, business person access to data, the beginning of business person access to data, more personalized software, who makes money in apps, incumbents, distribution, existing data infrastructure costs, startups, speed, reimagining workflows, innovators dilemma, risk taking, tech, and gold rush draws talent, who makes money, dollars to train foundation models, large labs, Google Brain, DeepMind, Meta, independence, OpenAI. Oh wow, I'm surprised OpenAI and Anthropic are not large labs. Adapt Inflection, Inflection is dead. Cohere, open source, Hugging Face, Stability AI, Meta should be, I don't know if Meta should be here now. Who makes money, but what value is captured in model companies? Chip Wars, SweetX, Fab Investments, Model Investments, million to billions, race for performance, premium for best in class, like Intel TSMC dominance, oligopoly, but software non-physical fab, economic strategic incentives towards multiple providers, specialization, latency. Use smallest model you can. Prior generations commoditize small models outperforming with more data, human feedback, retrieval, augmented LLMs, new architecture, multiple providers, open and closed. Focus on content publishers. Attribution, conversion, personalization, opportunity to redefine relationship between publishers, brands, search, UGC. Conversion, richer intent, expression, preference, extraction, opportunity to reduce friction. More. What changes, who makes dollars, focus on publishers. Creativity for cheap, writing for cheap, code for cheap, experts for cheap, scientific knowledge, answers, not links. Who makes dollars, speed of change, distribution versus tech value, specialization, talent to startups, SOTA in dollars, but increasing number of model options. Focus on publishers, ways to better hire, intent, more personalized user experiences possible, consolidation. Hierarchy of AI strategy, 99.9% of AI products will be built by engineers, not researchers. Data science, increasingly rich models, tool ecosystem, no need to build from scratch. Assume exponential improvement in model performance. Add GPU to your surface. Automate our workflows. Replace our workflows. Do the work for our customers. If you don't, startups will try. Some specific consideration, DNA, customer back, product thinking versus progressing the SOTA in research. Error handling, model cost, alignment, hallucination, safety bets, model cost, vendor lock-in, training, data annotation, feedback, serving, error handling, natural tolerance, non-deterministic, graceful failure. Too early for any conclusions, but no near-term limits to LLM performance improvement. Already more AI capability that can be quickly digested, specialized. 2023 race to incorporate into product. Upgrade user experiences often replaces work, not other software. Restructure many markets, entered content, incredibly exciting time in technology. AI is the single largest value creation opportunity of our lifetimes. Questions? Let's look at Grok. Casa, Greylock, Conviction, Achievements. Yeah, so this is where, well, the response is very much same. Okay, so this is where, oh no, we didn't get any, oh, okay. Enormous. Top tweets by Sir Enormous. Okay. This would be interesting. It'll get better and better. It'll get better and better. Oh, okay. So most of this was pulled from Wikipedia. All right. Now let's go to her Twitter. 116 conviction.com. Wow, conviction.com. New venture firm purpose built to survey any software 3.0 companies who believe are extremely early in the translation of powerful AI models to powerful products that transform industries. Partner with the most important companies of tomorrow with $1 to 25 million checks. We like to invest early and are often the first investor. We have the courage of our own convictions. We have a wide and deep network that we put to work in service of our portfolio companies. We understand the domain and are hands-on. We like to work with people who are smart, enthusiastic, have depth, and move fast. Our goal is to help the founders we work with become their most ambitious selves. People, Pranav Reddy, Bella, Nikki, Vivian. I think I know who Pranav is. Partnered Conviction, formerly Eng and Neva. These your startup ideas looking for a biological needle in a haystack. Chai 2, Alpha 4. Okay, so we looked into the chai. That was interesting. Understanding and generating the 3D world. We can come back to this later on. Mike Vernal. Investor engineer, conviction. Best argument for Decagon AI is a few hours with Xfinity customer support. Me, I got an email asking me to return a device I've never heard of. Agent, no worries, you can disregard that. Have a good day. The solution is to remove internet entirely from the account. What? Overworked, overscheduled, buried under a fire hose of research. Doctors today face an impossible task. Evidence open. Reasons upon millions of studies and fast progressing medicine to give clinicians the answers they need at the moment they care. ChatMD. Daniel Nadler started open evidence to help physicians sort through a deluge of medical research. Now he's raising $210 million at $3.5 billion valuation. Whoa. Open evidence. When did this come out? 15 July. Okay. We'll look into this. I think this is also very interesting. Recently, I just heard about, I forgot how, but it's kind of crazy what medical people have to go through. Oh yeah. This was Brian Johnson's main doctor, Dr. Mike. And he was talking about working in emergency medicine and how the average life expectancy of someone working in emergency medicine is 59 years. It's like it's like 20%, whatever, 20% less than the average life expectancy because you are just overworked. And being a doctor, you are someone who is not supposed to take care of your health. Like you don't even have time to take care of your health. So that was very interesting. Raised 210 million. Okay, so there's something we can look at. This might be the most compelling application on LMC at helping doctors and other medical professionals better diagnose and treat patients leveraging the latest medical literature. And because it's free to use, almost half of US doctors are already members. Okay, that's good. That is really good. 22. Some personal news. We have raised 100 million for conviction and new early stage venture capital firm purpose built for software 3.0. Okay, this is good. They got the conviction handle. That is really good. They got conviction.com. They got conviction handle. Really good. Accelerating AI adoption. Interested in progress. Tech podcast. No prior spot. Okay. So Twitter found Grok found top post. Tech people despise. No, give me. This is really bad. I think just keep the normal format. That would have been much better. I think people are still sleeping on how much Mistralia and the first Mistral model have changed the technology landscape. 50% of AI startup scale-ups I meet are building on it. Tech people despise iBankers until the day they realize they really need someone smart, commercial, capable, with people plus numbers who can take a lot of pain to get the job done, and then they desperately try to hire them, or ones that have been tech washed by a year in BizOps. Is it mandated for airline announcement to be so damn loud? Can I speak with the manager? You just woke my two sleeping kids with your useless announcements, which should be a crime. What's the context? I don't sleep very much, so I have been really enjoying reading a bunch of dot-com bubble bust era books. This was written by a software engineer about the usefulness of mobile. It's not fast enough, the screens are tiny, it's too expensive, and honestly, how many times are you really far enough from a computer that you need to serve right now? Friends keep asking so. High stakes, no prisoners. Brutal founder memoir of the dot-coms. E-boys, early benchmark, internet mania, effed. Postmortems of dot-com startups, funny, fast, often wrong, from the eponymous website. Startup, a Silicon Valley adventure, being early and right and still getting steamrolled. Broad bandits. Overbuilding, fraud hype, telecom crash. Netflix crash prediction at the time. One obvious exclusion I've always liked. Michael Lewis is writing, but the new thing just picked the wrong guy to follow. Harvey. We want the internet almost all of the time we are not at a computer. Which we why American must win. Why am I finding so many grammatical mistakes? What winning looks like, infrastructure, energy, and supply chain for AI open source models.
Close race, and we need to do everything we.
Something I would about today. Big launch. Figma. Yes. Yes. Sometimes the nice ones win. Design goes public. Oh wow. Okay. It took Dylan and Evan more than 4 years to go from founding Figma to public launch. Huh? More than 4 years? Isn't it 10 years? They built Figma playing for the end game on the headlines. Dylan didn't chase growth at all costs or settle for what they could ship in 10 weeks. He didn't try to crush competitors. Instead, he spent a decade obsessing over building the product he imagined should exist and the best company he could, making design and software product delivery more powerful and collaborative. He consistently acted with integrity and thoughtfulness. Turns out that's not just good philosophy, it's a strategy for a special business. 2014, when John Liddy led Greylock Series A investment, Dylan and his team had 7 people in a nondescript office on Alma Street in Palo Alto and barely an alpha product. But they described a future with remarkable foresight, a high-performance collaborative multiplayer design tool built natively for the web, harnessing all its power, changing product development forever. Figma had its fair share of challenges. Market size was an early question. 800K monthly burn pre-launch was terrifying. Like with any startup, getting early pilot customers required cajoling of our friends. Competitors who built less product for a while seemed ahead, yet Dylan persisted, driven more by conviction than fear. He assembled a team of remarkable people: Chris, Sho, Claire, Pravir, Kyle, Amanda, Yuki, and more. Each of these Figmates contributed extraordinary talent, relentless dedication, and creativity. Dylan himself evolved dramatically along the way, from a clearly talented, thoughtful dropout founder to a formidable CEO, capable of scaling a legendary company. One of my favorite things about startups is how much they ask of people and the opportunity they create for extraordinary people to rise to the occasion of their own visions. Dylan's quiet ambition manifested in regularly surprising ways. At first, a few million in revenue. The board received a letter about aligning our path to IPO. Very few other people play secret Hitler as ruthlessly against their own spouse, or casually suggest starting a game of diplomacy at 11 p.m. Games with Dylan, they were exercises in long-term strategy, the same discipline that meant Figma consistently punched above its weight. Always look forward with intense curiosity. On a pandemic era trip in 2020, we debated whether crypto was the best path forward for personal AI agents to autonomously transact and coordinate, an idea that felt distant then but increasingly inevitable today. How does this go there? Perhaps most importantly, Dylan is an obsessive in the best sense at all hours of the night, traveling to community events in Korea or Russia. He was thinking on Figma how to give feedback on something internal that hadn't met the bar, whether a product belonged in Figma core, how to better serve users, and Figma is constantly knowing the state of the art in AI. He cares deeply about taste, quality, users leading well, and getting the next thing right. On IPO day, he's answering product feedback on X. Though it all didn't demonstrated extraordinary resilience through personal challenges, had fake acquisitions, and all the normal, incredibly hard stuff of building a generational company. At Figma's IPO roadshow last week, head fake acquisition. I don't know what she means by that. Two developer advocates, great job, Jake and Tom, spent the first 35 minutes of the presentation doing a comprehensive live demo. It's something I'm convinced had never been done before to a room full of bankers, mutual fund managers, and hedge fund investors. Afterward, Dylan turned to me with that familiar, slightly nutty gleam in his eye. I want them to understand the product they're investing in. They're all going to be designers eventually. Today, millions rely on Figma, and its scope and power continues expanding. The IPO is proof that special founders can reshape even entrenched categories, that they will find the surrounding hills to climb and focus on the product is rarely wrong. It underscores that technology matters. The web remains a generational canvas where invention and AI enables more people to create than ever before. This company is proof that doing things right with vision, humility, and integrity still constitutes an extraordinary competitive advantage. Figma convinced me to forever believe in secular technology shifts and to be a founder-first investor. Dylan and his team are proving something easy to forget in tech's relentless chase. Character and curiosity aren't just admirable. Admirable? Admirable. They are advantageous. Curiosity, character, and curiosity. Sometimes nice guys finish first, changing the game for everyone who comes after them. The mission of the company has been to close the gap between imagination and reality. Over 14 years, they have begun to fill in the layers of their vision. But this is just the launch. We're all going to be designers eventually. Congratulations, Figma. Good morning. Good morning. I watch AI agents try to hack my wipe coded website. Ranked at GSMS or quarterless at the top of your class. You are team oriented and you want to build instead of transact, then I have world changing AI startup jobs for you. Despise investment bankers until the day they realize they really need someone smart, commercial, capable with people plus numbers, who can take a lot of pain to get the job done, and then they desperately try to hire them, or ones that have been tech washed by a year in BizOps. Who are not smart or capable. Okay, very interesting. Invest in design, CC Figma. Happy birthday, Harvey. Evals, your new marketing. Newish fun board game. Da-da-da-da. Congratulations, Polynomial and OpenAI's math reasoning team on their IMO goal. Many considered years away. Gold medal level performance on the 2025 IMO with general reasoning LLM under the same time limit as humans without tools. Noam Brown. TBPM. Conviction Embed. In-person retreat San Francisco Investor Demo Day. 150K investment uncapped. Azure credits. Versil. Why we founded the program. Embed refi.
Deal is an example of
Raw intelligence is brain without hands. Large companies struggle with the velocity needed to deeply understand user needs and train AI.
the need to. I think the windsurf deal is an example of the need to verticalize. Like raw intelligence without product and user understanding is like brain without hands. One thing that happens naturally in the labs is they get really, really far away from the
This is TITV. TITV invited Sarah Guo. Wow.
use case. And like this is a little bit in the weeds, but if the capabilities might be in one of these foundation models, but you need somebody who really understands like what does a journalist want? What does a doctor want? What is a good answer for that? And knowing how to evaluate what's from the end user perspective and then manipulate or post-train, like generally like collect more data or URL, create environments for these models that help them better answer the doctor or the lawyer specific, like that's a very different capability. And I think doing that with velocity is not something that the large companies like necessarily have as DNA expense. You need the velocity of AI and the attachment to user. I think the windsurf.
I'm really curious. What are the comments on this one? There's no comments. Okay. The information. The most authoritative publication covering tech that high-powered tech execs and founders read daily. TITV, Monday to Friday at 1 ET. Very interesting. This is an interesting one. Raise 175 for verified capital with a plan to back transformative technology companies at any stage of the journey. Any stage of the journey. Nobody is specializing anymore. Nobody's specializing anymore. If you are someone with a network, if you have experience, if you can raise money, you will raise money and then you go all out. Form the verified capital, formerly Code 2, Benchmark, Goldman Sachs, co-founder, Curiology USA. Yes, so you got a network. You got a network. Huge. Thank you, brother. Epic. Brian Armstrong, congrats. Sean McGuire. Yes, congrats. I don't look forward to competing with you. Let's go. Huge. Bucky. Lightspeed. You're going to crush it. Congrats, congrats. DJ Parker. Blake Robbins. Everybody's excited. Melissa. FinTech, Goldman Sachs. Everybody's excited. Let's go. Third time's a charm. Congrats, Windsurf Cognition. Lol. Google Sheets has AI before it has what if analysis. Fixing AI slop turns out to be as painful as fixing your own slop. Few things as productive as making a 3-item to-do list and just forcing your way through it on a flight. TBPN is faster than most traditional journals now, and the Whisper network is not very much behind ours. I'm really surprised like Sarago went on TITV. That is crazy. TITV. Alright. What else do we have? Parker Conrad on AI rollups and how he developed an allergy to ops at Zenefits. It's very hard to replace ops with software after you have scaled it up.
We fundamentally disagree because it sounds like they're also saying, hey, we don't want to be in the ops business. I think it's the.
I want to go back to something you said at the very beginning about being allergic to ops because of benefits. What's your perspective on that, given those are like operationally intensive businesses?
I'm not sure that like we fundamentally disagree because it sounds like they're also saying, hey, we don't want to be in the ops business. I think it's hard to replace ops with software. Or at least I found it difficult. Maybe AI changes everything, but like at Zenefits we kind of had this theory that was ultimately I think part of like the downfall of the company that moved through the market more quickly by doing a lot of things manually, and then we would just replace it with software over time. It sort of turned out that it was actually very hard to replace ops with software like after you've scaled it up. Like it's a lot easier to start small with automation and gradually grow over time. You can hopefully grow quickly, but like the point is like start with sort of a simpler set. You start with a small set of customers, and if you start with that, I think you can gradually expand.
really interesting.